Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Shivang Malik and I'm the manager India for Nipissing University. I welcome all of you for today's live session, which is through Turning Point. And first of all, I would like to thank wholeheartedly to the team of Turning Point for organizing this wonderful session and giving me an opportunity to come and interact with the students over this. So let's be excited for today's session. We have a lot of interesting things to share about Nipissing University. What is its location? What are the USPs? What kind of program do you offer? And what kind of programs and what kind of students can actually apply for such programs? So before I start with the session, I hope all of you are taking good care of yourself and everyone around. And amidst this global pandemic, we all have to stick together. And that is the only way through which we can get out of this situation really soon. So hoping for the best, and I wish all the best to you for your future endeavors. Without any further ado, I would like to start with the session, but before that there are a few things that I want to focus upon. The first and foremost thing that I want to talk about is that a lot of students has this concern that why they should go to Canada, why not some other country, or what does Canada has in store for them. So for students, I would like to tell them that I'm pretty sure that most of you might already know, but for the students who don't know that already, but Canada is one of the most financial stable countries of the world and culturally rich, and the people of Canada are so warm, so welcoming for people from all across the world, which makes it an ideal place to study and then eventually get settled in if you want to. So if you move to Canada, it increases your chances to multiple folds that you will get adjusted into a multicultural community where you will be very valued, where you'll be very respected, you will have your own identity. At the same time, you will have a good quality lifestyle, and that's what everybody desires for. And then apart from this, the fooding, the education, the healthcare in Canada is governed by the government, which makes it the optimum choice, and everything that you find in that country is up to notch. So that is the reasons that students should choose moving to Canada, and this is what makes Canada an ideal location, especially for the international students. And then the country is very beautifully located. That's needless to say. The weather, the four weathers that you experience in Canada are the best. So no matter what geography you are into, what kind of place you are into, most probably that's one of the most beautiful places that you can ever be in. And yeah, that ensures you a good life for sure. Moving ahead, there is this question that a lot of students ask these days, that since the fall intake, that is the September intake, has moved online for majority of our institutions, and a lot of students are hesitant that if they should start with their classes online or not, if they should start pursuing with their online education. So for such students, I would just put my 2 cents on this situation. I'll just explain you my perspective, what I think about it. This might be applicable in your case, this might not be applicable in your case, but this is just to give you a clarity of how things function. So even if you are doing one semester of your education online, that is the fall to January intake, that is if you study it online, you are going to save a lot of your parents' hard-earned money. You're going to save a lot of your money which you otherwise would have spent on your accommodation and fooding. This amount of money might not be significant for some student, but for some students it might be a significant amount. So if you start with your education online, you will be saving a lot of your money in terms of your accommodation and fooding. The second point is that every job, almost every second job in the world, has moved virtual these days. Everybody is now working from home. Majority of the companies have shut down their offices permanently and asking their employees to work from home. So if you're able to start with your education, if you're able to start with your learning ecosystem virtual right now, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line, once you sit for the interviews, you will be able to tell the people that I was the one that was able to adjust during the global pandemic, and I was able to shift all of my learnings virtual, and this is what makes me an ideal candidate, so that even if that company wants you to work from home, you will be able to tell them that you have such quality, and this is the right time to learn that. Last but not the least, majority of the students who shift to Canada, not just Canada but any other country as an international student, there are a lot of cultural shocks that these students go through, not just in terms of the new people, not just in terms of the new geography, new place, new fooding, but the majority of the shock comes in with the kind of education, with the kind of way that education is pursued in that particular country. So if you are able to start with your classes online right now, you will be able to get accustomed to the Canadian education system way before you will actually land up in that particular country, which is again a very, very important factor and you should consider it. But last but not the least, you are the one who has to take a decision. It's just that you should have a rational approach towards what you are thinking, and whatever you do should be the best of your knowledge. So these were the basic things that I wanted to cover up before I start with the session. Without any further ado, let's start talking about Nipissing University. So Nipissing University, it's a fairly new university founded in 1967. So that makes us a 53 years old university, but we are more than a 100-year-old college. So we used to be a teacher training college that got converted into a university in 1967. Now the first question that I generally get it if it is a public or a private institution. So for those students, I want to tell them that it's a public university. That means it's a government funded university located in the city of North Bay of Ontario, province of Canada. North Bay is basically in the northern part of Ontario, located at a distance of 3.5 hours away from Toronto by road and 4 hours away from Ottawa by road. By air distance, that means if you go by flight from Toronto or Ottawa, it will be a 40 minutes flight. North Bay has its own airport, which is 10 minutes drive from the university campus. North Bay downtown is another 7 to 8 minutes drive from the university campus. And North Bay is, if you talk about Nipissing University, we are spread across a lush green area of 720 acres. So the campus is huge that way. Starting from your on-campus accommodation to basic necessities to sports facilities, everything is available to the students right on campus. Talking about North Bay in detail, we are a mid-sized town with a population of approximately 56,000 people. But the people are very warm, very welcoming. So you might instantly feel a part of our community, and most probably you will not even miss your home once you move to North Bay. Then specifically, we have all the basic facilities on campus and within the city. So being an average North American town, we have got shopping mall, multiplex restaurants, everything. And if you talk about the natural beauty of the city, we are surrounded by mountains, we have got lakes, beaches, everything. So starting from your on-campus accommodation to your recreational activities to basic necessities, everything is available then and there in North Bay. Then talking about what does North Bay has in store for students particularly, the first and foremost factor is that our visa success is very high because we are a mid-sized town and our visa success is very high if you compare it to that of bigger cities. Then our cost of accommodation is very cheaper. So if you compare it to that of Toronto, a single occupancy accommodation in Toronto downtown might cost you 1,000 Canadian dollars, whereas a single occupancy accommodation in a city like North Bay will cost you less than 500 Canadian dollars per month. That's how affordable our on-campus accommodations are. And then majority of our students work on campus and get paid minimum $14 to $15 an hour, which is according to the Canadian standards. We do have a lot of departments within the university, like our sports facility, our recruitment department, our library, gymnasium, where the university prefers hiring the international students so that their class schedule can be in accordance to their work schedule. At the same time, if you're a student who is staying off campus and you are looking for off-campus jobs, there are plenty of off-campus jobs available, plus a lot of jobs into public and healthcare as well. So this makes North Bay quite an ideal choice. But a lot of students have this question about the weather of North Bay because they are not aware of it. So I just want to stress upon that factor, that since we are quite closer to that of Toronto, our weather is very similar to that of Toronto as well. So during summers, it's quite warm, quite sunny. The weather goes up to 30 to 40 degrees, whereas during winters, it definitely snows like the rest of Canada. But at the same time, your campus, your public transport, your accommodations are centrally air conditioned, so there is nothing to worry about. Then the feather in the cap is that North Bay now comes under RNIP, which is the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. This is a special provincial nominee program started by the Canadian government in September 2019. There are 6 cities of Northern Ontario that are part of RNIP, and North Bay is one of them. So if you are a student who is looking for permanent settlement opportunities once you graduate, so you can definitely consider to move to North Bay and study at Nipissing University. In order to know more about RNIP, you can get in touch with Turning Point or you can Google it up, and I'm pretty sure that all of your queries will be resolved. So this was about the location of Nipissing University, which is North Bay. Now let's quickly jump on to what does Nipissing University stands for? What makes Nipissing University stand out of other universities, what makes us so special. So in order to stress upon the factor that Nipissing University ranks number 1 in Ontario and number 3 in Canada in terms of its overall student satisfaction. Now these rankings are not given to us by ourselves, but we got these rankings from Maclean, which is the official body that defines the rankings for Canadian institutions. So according to Maclean, Nipissing University ranks number 1 in Ontario and number 3 in Canada in terms of its overall student satisfaction. Now, few factors contributing to such rankings are that the first and foremost factor is that we have an average classroom size of 29 students, and the average student to teacher ratio across the university is 26:1. So if you look at any of our classroom, most probably you will not find more than 29 students. And the average student to teacher ratio across the university is 26:1. That means for every 26 students, you will find one faculty member on campus. All the professors that we have at Nipissing are A-grade professors, and our students are not just a roll number for us. They have a name and a voice. So whatever subject matter problem that you might have, you can discuss that with your faculty members and all of your queries will be resolved. In addition to it, Nipissing University ranks number 1 to promote mental health and to prevent sexual assault on campus. So safety and security of our students is utmost priority to us. If you're following the Canadian news, there has been a rise of 120% in the suicidal rate of the international students. And with the kind of initiatives that Nipissing University has, they've been ranked among the best in the country. So overall safety and security and well-being of our students is utmost priority to us. Apart from this, even if you have any other problem, you want to renew your health insurance plan, you want to obtain a social security number, which is important for your part-time jobs. If you have any problem with your banking, taxation, you're feeling homesick, you want to choose minor major subjects, you can discuss that with our student support service department, and our student support officers will be more than happy to resolve any query that you might have. Moving further, I want to stress upon a very unique policy that we have at Nipissing, which we call as the Nipissing University Promise. The Nipissing University Promise says that if you are an undergraduate student at Nipissing University and you are not able to secure a job within 6 months of graduation in your particular field of study, the university will refund 1 year of tuition fee. Now you heard that right. If you are an undergraduate student at Nipissing University and you are not able to secure a job within 6 months of graduation in your particular field of study, the university will refund 1 year of tuition fee. Now we are the only university in Canada with such a policy, and this clearly shows how sure we are of our placements, and all the programs that we offer at Nipissing are job-oriented programs. And just to give you an idea about our placements, on an average 90.8% of our university students find employment within 6 months of graduation. So our placements are not just best in Ontario but all across Canada, and this gives you quite a fair chance that, because a lot of students have this query that if I'll be able to get a job once I graduate, what kind of job I'll be eligible for, what is the guarantee that you can give me that if I'll get a job after my degree or not. So I guess this answers your query quite well. In case you would want to have any specific descriptions on this, you can put it up in the chat window, you can comment down, and I'll be more than happy to take it for you. So this was about our job security policy, and before that we have discussed about our rankings, which is number 1 in Ontario, number 3 in Canada, and we have also discussed about the location. Now, since a lot of students have this question that what kind of scholarships are available in your university, we will take that. Just to give you an idea, on an average 55% of our university students secure the entrance level scholarships. And no matter what board or background you come from, even if you're a student from CBSE, ICSE, state board, any of the state boards, be it Punjab board, Haryana board, any other state, or even if you're a student from NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling background, if you have 80 to 84% marks in your senior secondary or grade 12, you will be eligible for a 1,500 Canadian dollars of scholarship. In case you have 85 to 89% marks, you will be eligible for a 2,500 Canadian dollars of scholarship. In case you have 90% and above, you will be eligible for a whooping 7,000 Canadian dollars of scholarship. And these scholarships are just for the first year. There is no separate test or form required for these scholarships. All you have to do is fill in your application form through Turning Point, and if you're eligible, your scholarship will be mentioned in the offer letter itself. Now let us suppose our 1 year of tuition fee is 19,325 Canadian dollars, and you are a student with 92% marks. All you have to pay for the first year would be 12,325 Canadian dollars only. That's how simple the scholarship criteria are. And as I've told you, these scholarships are just for the first year. Depending on your performance in the university, that means if you're securing 80% and above during 1 year of your education, during your first year of university, your scholarship will continue for second, third and fourth year as well. So even for students who are not eligible for the entrance level scholarships right now, even they will be given a fair chance to apply for the scholarships for the coming year. There are alternate funding options. Students will be allowed to work 20 hours per week during their study, 40 hours per week during their vacations, either on campus or off campus. Students will be allowed to apply for the in-course scholarships that are apart from the entrance level scholarships that we have just discussed, and students will be allowed to apply for the external scholarships as well, which is provided by the Canadian government. So there are a lot of opportunities for students to finance their education in one way or the other that you would like. In case you would want to know what kind of scholarships you are eligible for based on your profile, please comment down on the chat window and I'll take that ahead for you. So these were the things that makes Nipissing University stand out. Now we will talk about the programs that we offer, and I could already see people commenting down with the requirements of the program. So I'll just take that for you. Just stay tuned till we discuss the programs that you're eligible for. First of all, I would like to talk about the undergraduate degree programs first. So the duration of undergraduate degree programs at Nipissing University will be 4 years, and all of them will be honors degree programs. Okay, and whenever you land up in a job interview, whenever you go for placements, any student who has an honors degree will always be given weightage to somebody who comes from a regular degree background. So at Nipissing University, no matter what undergraduate degree you apply for, you will be getting an honors degree and the duration will be 4 years. The basic eligibility requirement for our undergraduate degree programs is 60% aggregate. So no matter what board or background you come from, even if you're a student from CBSE, ICSE, any of the state boards, be it Punjab board, Haryana board, or from the matter of fact, even if you're a student from NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling, if you have 60% aggregate in your grade 12 or senior secondary, you will be eligible to secure admission at Nipissing University. We don't have any criteria for core subjects. So even if you are a student who has maybe less than 40 marks in 1 or 2 subjects, you will be eligible to apply for admission at Nipissing. Now for students who come from super medical background, that means you have studied physics, chemistry, maths and biology in grade 12, you will be eligible to apply for a BSc biology program. Now BSc biology program will take you through life sciences and forensics. So if you are willing to pursue medicines as your secondary degree, if you are planning to be a doctor in US or Canada, you can probably go for this program. Students who come from medical background, that means they have studied physics, chemistry and biology in their senior secondary but without maths. These kind of students can apply for BSc into environmental biology and technology. They can go for BSc nursing, which is a very popular program at Nipissing. They can go for bachelor's of physical and health education as well. Now non-medical students from physics, chemistry and mathematics background can apply for BSc into computer science. This particular program is equivalent to computer science engineering, and after this program a student will be able to register themselves as a computer science engineer. Students can also choose to apply for BSc into data sciences, which is quite a popular program at Nipissing. They can go for BSc into environment and physical geography, or BSc into psychology, which is a clinical psychology program, or BSc into mathematics. Now for students who come from commerce background, even if you are a student who comes from without maths background in grade 12 and you studied commerce, the best part is that you can apply for a BBA program at Nipissing. So for our BBA program, we don't require students to come from a mathematics background, and we offered Bachelor's of Business Administration program at Nipissing with majors into either accounting, finance, economics, human resource, marketing, international business, business administration, business analytics, entrepreneurship and innovation leadership, public administration and sustainable business streams. So all the 11 specializations are available to the students who come from without maths background as well. Now for students who come from humanities or arts background, no matter what subjects you had in your grade 12, even if you had Punjabi, Hindi, music, history, geography, any of these subjects, if you had English as one of the subject, you can apply for a Bachelor's of Arts BA program at Nipissing University with majors into either anthropology, child and family studies, classical studies, criminal justice, gender equality and social justice, environmental geography, fine arts. We don't require any portfolios for our fine arts program. Then you can apply for a regular history program, geography program, liberal arts, psychology, sociology, gender equality and social justice, and such programs. So over and above, we offer more than 39 undergraduate degree programs at Nipissing, and no matter what board or background you come from, most probably you will have a program of your choice to study at Nipissing. Talking about the language requirements, we accept IELTS, PT, TOEFL and Duolingo. IELTS has to be 6.5 in each of the modules. If you are willing to pay for PTE, your score has to be 58 overall with no subject less than 56. TOEFL has to be 83 overall, no subject less than 22. Or Duolingo has to be an overall score of 110, 110. So that's about the undergraduate degree programs at Nipissing. In case you would want to know specific questions on the basis of your profile, please put it up in the chat window and I'll take that for you. Before I move ahead, I'll take few of the questions that we have already. If one subject in graduation is not completed, can they still apply for MBA? Yes, you can apply for a conditional offer letter, Janki. And science students can apply for the post-baccalaureate diploma in business administration, which is equivalent to MBA. Manju, if you are a student who has a 3 years of bachelor's degree with 60% aggregate, you can apply for an post-baccalaureate program at Nipissing University. So I hope this answers your query. Now moving ahead, I would want to talk about the post-baccalaureate diplomas and post-baccalaureate certificates at Nipissing University. Nipissing University offers 2 years of post-baccalaureate diplomas in business administration, finance, marketing, human resource, international business. Nipissing University also offers 1 year of post-baccalaureate certificate in general business management and human resource management. For these programs, any student who has completed 3 years of bachelor's degree from India with a non-business background and 60% aggregate can apply. Now what do I mean by a non-business background? Let me explain that. Now, even if you are a student from a BA, BSc, Hotel Management, Fashion Technology, BCA, BTech background, you can apply for a post-baccalaureate diploma or a post-baccalaureate certificate in management. But if you are a student from BBA or BCom background, you are not eligible to apply for a post-baccalaureate diploma or a certificate program. It is because this program was specifically designed to cater demands of students who come from a non-business background but want to study business, and we start the program from the very basics. That is why our post-baccalaureate diploma in business administration, finance, marketing, human resource, international business, and our 1 year of post-baccalaureate certificate in general business management and human resource management is for non-business background students only. Language requirements for these programs is IELTS 6.5 in each module. PTE has to be 58 overall with no subject less than 56. TOEFL has to be 83 overall, no subject less than 22. Or Duolingo has to be an overall score of 110, 110. Since we are a public university, you will be getting a 3 years of post-study work permit after a 2 years of post-baccalaureate diploma or after a 4 years of bachelor's degree. And if you are going for a 1 year of post-baccalaureate certificate program, you will be getting a 1 year of post-graduation work permit. Manju, GMAT is not required for MBA. We just require you to have a 60% aggregate in a non-business background. Now, we will talk about the graduate or master's program at Nipissing University. The basic eligibility requirement for graduate programs is a 16 years of education. That means after grade 12, if you have a 4 years of bachelor's degree or a 3 years of bachelor's degree, which is combined with 1 year of PG diploma or a 2 years of master's with 70% aggregate, you are eligible to apply for a graduate or a master's program at Nipissing. But along with this, you need to submit 3 letters of recommendations, SOP and CV. Now, if you're a student who come from an arts background, you can apply for Master of Arts in History or Master of Arts in Sociology. The duration of master's program will be 2 years. Being an arts student, you can also apply for Master of Environmental Studies. BTech or mathematics background students can apply for Master of Science in Mathematics. Nursing or physiotherapy background students can apply for Master of Science in Kinesiology. Civil engineering, chemical engineering, zoology, botany, agriculture background students can apply for Master of Environmental Sciences. Language requirement for these programs will be IELTS 6.5 in reading, speaking and listening, whereas 6 in writing can be considered. PTE has to be 63 overall, no subject less than 60. TOEFL has to be 93 overall, no subject less than 22. Or Duolingo has to be an overall score of 115, 115. So these are about the programs that we offer at Nipissing. In case you would want to know specifically about any of the programs, you can take that query in the chat window. I'll be more than happy to assist you with the same. Susan, yes, there are internship opportunities available in our post-baccalaureate programs, and the job guarantee we have already talked about as a part of our NU promise. Now, talking about the fee structures at Nipissing University, our 1 year of tuition fee, it's 19,325 Canadian dollars, which is 19325 CAD for any of our programs, be it undergraduate, post-baccalaureate, masters. And our 1 year of on-campus accommodation will cost a student 5,700 Canadian dollars. Our on-campus accommodations have been ranked among the top 5 in the country. It is because we don't follow any dormitory kind of structures, but we basically have 4-bedroom apartments where every student gets a personal bedroom with a personal bed, table, chair, and mirror with a lockable door which maintains your privacy. At the same time, you will get a full-fledged kitchen where you can cook your meals. You will get a lounge area and dining area which you will be sharing with 3 other students. Everything included, your 1 year of on-campus accommodation will be 5,700 Canadian dollars. If you calculate it, it will be less than 500 Canadian dollars per month. Study gap acceptable, Manju, depending on the kind of gap you have. If you're working, we can accept up to 10 years of gap. So that is something not of a concern to us. So students, we generally have 2 intakes at Nipissing University, January and September. Right now we are accepting applications for January 21 intake. If you are not able to prepare for your language exam yet, you can apply for a conditional application as well. The application fee for undergraduate degree programs, post-graduation diplomas and certificates is 110 Canadian dollars, 110 CAD, and your offer letter turnaround time will be 15 days, 15 days. Whereas if you want to apply for a master's program, your application fee is 130 Canadian dollars, 130 CAD, and your offer letter turnaround time will be approximately 8 weeks. So I hope this resolves all the queries that you might have, and I would again like to thank each and every one of you for coming for today's session. I hope I was able to answer your queries. In case you require any further information, you can get in touch with Turning Point and they will be more than happy to resolve your queries. And so that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming in. Stay safe, take care. Cheers, have a great day. Bye-bye.